The evening is my favorite time to do a meditation. It just gets me into such a comfortable, relaxed state before I head off to sleep. But the main reason and focus for my evening meditations is to make sure that I'm getting to a specific state of being. And it is a place where I like to call it like pure consciousness. It is a state that it feels like heaven, essentially. It's the only way you can kind of describe it. It's like a place of pure bliss. And I get there by completely relaxing my physical body. First off, you want to just find a comfortable spot. Wherever it is, I use my living room just in the background here. And I like to sit on a really nice, very, very simple little beanbag, which I've got here. Just a really nice, small beanbag that is just comfortable. I don't need to have anything crazy. I think that was $7 or New Zealand dollars from the old local flea market. So the idea is just to get as comfortable as you can. I love to light a candle in the evenings, especially in the evenings. It just creates a really, really nice atmosphere. But just find a place to get comfortable. Super easy. We want to now look at three aspects: our physical body, our mind, and our emotions. We want to be able to relax all of these things, because if either one of these is not comfortable, not relaxed, the meditation is not going to be very effective. So for me, I want to relax my physical body. And I do this the longer way, which is scanning from head to toe. I do a body scan method. Essentially, I focus on the part that I want to relax. Say, for example, if it's my arm or my hands. And when I focus on it, I'll start to feel a tingling or a warmth. And I know that I'm actually starting to create the energy around those parts. And then I just want to say, relax. You don't have to say it out loud. You don't even have to say it in your head. But just get the idea that you bring awareness to it and then relax it. And you want to do it from your head all the way down to your toes. I will start with the scalp, my face, my eyes. Make sure my eyelids are getting nice and heavy so they're not opening. Neck, shoulders, arms, hands, chest, back, torso, hips, legs, feet. Something like that. And you can do it if you don't have a lot of time. You can do it your whole head one, your whole body, your arms one, and then your legs. So you can simplify it up. And if you can go the other way, if you have more time, you can go more in depth. And the more in depth you go, I can tell you now, the more relaxed you're going to be. It is an awesome and powerful technique. After your physical body is now relaxed, you want to now look at your mind and your emotions. And for me, I use a visualization technique. I like to visualize myself it's kind of like my happy place. For me, I have a couple of places, and it can be a different place every time. It doesn't matter. It's mainly about the feeling that it gives you. For me, I like to do the beach, or my favorite, which is in the middle of nature. On our farm, we have 3 bush blocks, native protected bush blocks. And they have like a couple of little streams in there and just some beautiful locations where I used to meditate quite a lot when I was living there. And I will recreate that in the visualization. I will see myself in the forest, surrounded by all these trees, the different sounds of the birds, different things like that. Maybe the creek. You can hear the ripples of the water in the creek. Create the visualization. That is when you start to use your mind to actually focus and slow it down onto a specific thing, but onto a positive thing. And then once you've created that visualization, bring your emotions in. How does it feel when you are there? How do you feel? What are you feeling when you are creating that visualization? That is when you start to align your mind and your emotions all together to create a nice peaceful state. Now remember, you May or may not, but for me, I have a little bit more time in the evenings. I can stretch this out to an hour meditations, hour and a half. I can normally go a little bit longer if I wanted to, but don't put a time on it, because you then start to create like an internal clock in your mind, and it will take you away from being present, being in the moment. And that's exactly what we're trying to do. Once we've relaxed our physical body and we've brought our mind and our emotions together, then we want to just stay with that feeling. Stay in that joyful, that relaxed state. Bring your breath into it as well if you want. Bring awareness to your breath, your natural, relaxed breath. We're not trying to create too much. We're not trying to count your inhales and exhales. There's so many breathing techniques out there. There are amazing, amazing ones. But for this type of stuff, we're trying to keep it really simple. Stay really relaxed. And this is the secret. Watch your body fall asleep. This is called the mind awake, body asleep state. Now, this is used in a lot of different types of techniques, lucid dreaming, astral projection, and quite a lot of other different types of techniques. But the mind awake, body asleep state is a very powerful technique. And I know when I'm kind of getting close to this state, what tends to happen is when I'm meditating and I've been in that comfortable spot, my physical body, I have not moved my body at all. I've stayed still and I'm in a positive, comfortable state. I just stay in that state, and within a few minutes, it could be 5 minutes, it could be 20 minutes, however long you're wanting to do, just keep going. And you will hit a spot which is called the mind awake, body asleep state, where your physical body will literally start to fall asleep. Now, I know when I'm hitting this state because my whole body disappears. Now, it obviously doesn't literally disappear, and it's not about going numb. The numbing sensation is still a sensation. For me, I can't feel it at all. And it starts with my legs. They just disappear. I can't feel them at all. And within a few minutes, my whole body I cannot feel. And it just feels like my head is floating in space. This is when I know I have hit this beautiful spot of pure consciousness. When I'm at this place, there is no anxiety. You're not uncomfortable. You're not scared of anything. It is an overwhelming sensation of just peace. The definition of being on cloud 9 came from this feeling. That's what it feels like. You just feel like you're floating. And for me, I'm actually almost doing slow, very, very slow spins. Not in a dizzy way. You don't feel dizzy at all. But that's when I know I'm in this beautiful, peaceful state that I like to call pure consciousness or blissfulness. This is the state that I like to get to in my evening meditations. Just something really, really simple, but it's really powerful. If you have the time, because there's a lot of times where I don't get to this state, and that's perfectly okay. You don't have to get annoyed if you don't get there. But the idea is, even before you have gotten to that state, there are so many benefits for going through that, just that journey up to that point. The thing that I really love about this state is that you realize when you've completely disconnected from your physical body, all that you are actually left with is yourself. And you will hear a lot about this in different spiritual texts and stuff when they talk about a lot of the spiritual journey is about discovering yourself. And when you completely disconnect from your physical body, you not really controlled, but you have just eased your mind and your emotions. The thing that you are left with is this pure awareness, this conscious state of being, which is just you. That is one of the most amazing things that you can just be in, is just being present with yourself. This is one of my simple and favorite meditations to do. It can sometimes take quite a bit of time. I can do this for sometimes an hour and I haven't even done it. Sometimes it's half an hour and I've got there. It kind of changes depending on the mood, but this is one of my favorite meditations to do. And I hope this helped. If you like this, please hit the like button and the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.